Hello, everyone. This is Robert G. Solomon coming to you from South Studio One with the Smart Start podcast, designed for inspiring entrepreneurs who want simple yet effective methods to grow their online lifestyle business. What's going on, everybody? Hey, if this is your first time listening to the Smart Start podcast, you'll find some useful links and resources in the description box related to today's podcast. It's going to be sort of a unique podcast. Hope you follow me on this one. Pretty much going to talk about not our daily lives, but what we're bombarded with daily. Let's see what you think here. You know, on our last talk, it was about the exact same thing, how we're bombarded with information every day. Sadly, you know, most of the news information we let into our brain is bullcrap or just misinformation. Why, you might be asking? Why is all this stuff like that? It's sad. It's simple. We love controversy, humans. You know, we'd rather hear crazy, weird shit and bad news. You know, I think it makes everybody's messed up, off course, no direction of life seem not bad at all. At least that's how they portray people in the world today, that we need all this stuff to be a better person. You know, that doesn't help, you know, seeing that on the news or listening to it, reading in a magazine all the time. You know, this is just some raw facts of human psychology. Don't think you're immune to it either. I know you're shaking your head saying, no way, man. Yes way. Let me explain. Companies have a real talent and spend millions of dollars programming us, you and me. Yes, they do. They like to program us into believing that, just like I said, without their products or services, we're doomed. Here, a great example for women. You need to look 110 pounds, 22 years old, blue eyes, blonde hair, and be a runway model to attract men. Now, for us guys, if you don't have a six-pack abs at 50 years old, well, heck, even at 30, you'll never find that runway model unless you get this new supplement, X99, that'll give you rock hard abs in 30 days. You follow me? It's funny. So what's the deal? You know, you're in business to improve upon people's lives by making them feel better about themselves physically, mentally, and interpersonally. But there's no way you're going to cheat, steal, lie, misrepresent a product or service just to make a buck. But it seems like that's what they're doing out there. You know, QVC, and I don't know if you get to the news, you know, CNN. I think it's, to me, you have to have trust, you know, quality to build that lifelong relationship with your clients or customers. And I was just talking about, you know, businesses you would think would be out there to improve our lives. Wake up, people. They're lying, cheating, and misrepresenting everything out there to us every day. And sometimes we don't even know it. Here's a good example. Have a Coke and a smile. Coca-Cola does just that. You know, that's their slogan. Yeah, it's 20 ounces of pure sugar-colored water. Yeah, you'll beat a bubbling life at a party. That's how they portray it. Have a Coke, have a smile, and you're on the beaches of every country having a blast. I love a glass of ice cold Coca-Cola with my pizza or pasta every now and then. I know it's too much sugar for me, just ask my doctor. So how can you run your online business with honesty, integrity, without feeling like you're, you know, misrepresenting people? You know, not that Coke's misrepresenting anything, but it's just to put light on something. You know, it's sugar water. That's all it is. I call it being transparent. So to provide the facts so someone can make an informed decision. So if Coca-Cola have a Coke and a smile, it's all sugar, enjoy your afternoon, I don't know if people would buy it. You see what I'm saying? They just twist the words to make it a little different. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on that, but you know, if you're trying to be honest and have integrity with anything you do, you know, any good person knows that, right from wrong. I don't feel I need to venture into that talk, but we know there's people out there whose mission is to chase the dollar bill, you know, with no care for anyone. You know, what's the point to my talk? What's the deal today? What I'm trying to say is you can be creative any way you can to attract people. It's okay, as long as you don't cheat, mislead, or steal. You know, this is such a good example. Or think back to the 60s And you see a lot of people posting this stuff, retro stuff on Facebook and YouTube and the internet. Think about a commercial back then for cigarettes. Pall Mall says 7 out of 10 doctors smoke Pall Malls or something like that. And it was the doctor in the commercial with the cigarette in his mouth saying it. No, that was just so misleading to the core. It's absolutely funny though if you look at some of the stuff back then. But on the same note today, the pack of cigarettes clearly shows you or tells you a warning. It'll cause cancer. What do people do? They buy the cigarette, they smoke the cigarette. They take that 2 supplements, X99, that'll give you rock hard abs in 60 days, while they whoosh it down with their ice cold Coca-Cola sugar water 20-ounce bottle. So what are you to do? I know the old saying, sometimes people don't even know what they want unless you tell them. A lot of people today, I don't want to use the word lazy. Lazy. They read something and they take it as fact, or they don't even want to read anymore. They rather listen to something, which is good. Like a podcast. You can listen to my podcast. That's easy. You can take it with you. Or they rather watch a video, which are really effective. Nothing wrong with that. But the information itself, it seems like people, what's the right term, just take for granted that it's correct. My gosh, people, don't be so gullible. Put some research into anything you do. And of course, the more experience you get with your business, and you'll see where I'm going here with this, and with selling. And yes, I said selling. Why? Because we do it every day, presenting ourselves. So it shouldn't be all that hard. But I don't know. There's a wall. We put a wall up whenever we hear that word, or we have to actually look at somebody or talk to them. Heck, it's not that hard to text a person, text somebody, create a unique Facebook ad, a Facebook picture, a Twitter picture. I talked about this in the last couple podcasts, even my emails, or even tell the prospect or friend to call you. Give them a phone number to have them call you. Leave a message. That's what I do in my business. And my mentor taught me that. My coach, if that's a better word. For more detail, give me a call. 412-543-8202. And it's way more effective. That's how I used to do things. Maybe a lot of you guys are younger and, computers and the laptops and the tablets. That's the way of life today. It never hurts to have a backup in case you need to, call somebody. But I wanted to say something. And you hear that a lot about mentors. Oh, why does everybody need a mentor? Oh, here's a tip, guys. Roger Federer, he's about the #1 tennis player in the world. He's got a coach. But do you think he just became the #1 in the world because he was self-taught? I mean, maybe to some extent because he enjoyed the game. But he has a coach. Larry Bird is a basketball player, retired. He had a coach. Not a coach for the team, but a coach as in a trainer. So you follow me here? Everybody needs a mentor. Everybody needs a coach. You need to learn things from somebody. You can't just read everything on the internet and say, that's true. I learned something new today on the internet. No, you didn't. It's probably a lie. I say give people what they need, like I just said, because they really don't know what they want. I think I said that already, but you need to have conviction with your business. You need to have pride in yourself. I remember one of those posts or podcasts, I talked about that, about a child. You have to have childlike curiosity. What happened to the dreams you used to dream? You know what I'm saying? When did all that get pushed aside? Like in your business, if you provide quality in your writings, your posts, as well as your training and products that you offer people will trust you and your work and your word. But as soon as you bullshit them or take advantage of, your reputation is gone. Study the large companies and you'll see what I'm talking about. They spend millions of dollars on advertising to advertise sugar water, Coca-Cola, colored sugar water, and it sells. And we buy it. I'm not saying I don't drink it. I like Pepsi personally, but with pasta or pizza, I like Coca-Cola for some reason, and a fountain drink. It's all human design. You learn human behavior and the predictability of humans, and you'll have an unstoppable product, an unstoppable company. Couple that in with your honesty and your integrity, and you'll be set. And it won't happen overnight, so don't get that out of your head right away. So on another note here, I'm thinking about creating a podcast for Saturdays, and it would be something unique, like a guest speaker, a Q&A session, or a further discussion about the week's topic, let me know what you think. Post something in the comments. Don't forget to check out the resources and the special links down in the description box. Give it a thumbs up, guys. Share with a friend or a co-worker or business partner you think might benefit from this. And that's it for today. So thanks for listening. And as always, this is Robert G. Stay cool, because it's 88 degrees out here and 50% humidity. Take care.